Probably the biggest liability for the Philadelphia Eagles in the next 4 weeks of the season, and I think things are going to change drastically to this position in the future. Mini short video here. Let's talk about all of it.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
This video is sponsored by BetUS. It has been a rough road for the Philadelphia Eagles this season for all Eagle fans. Will the Eagles rise to the occasion or continue to play down to the competition? If I'm going all in, giving it my all for a Super Bowl, I'm going to bet $500 and get $7,000 back at the end of the year, and we still stay true to the team that we believe in. But will the problems continue? We will find out. Make sure to check out BetUS. Get a 150% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 with promotion code YouTube150. I want to thank BetUS for sponsoring this live stream or video, and let's get back to the content. Okay, so the first thing we really have to get into right now is Jordan Mailata. The news came up the other day that Mailata will be placed on the injured reserve. Now, this doesn't mean that he's going to be out 8 weeks. He won't be out the rest of the season. I think it's the hamstring or whatever it is. I guess like a hamstring can really get that bad, like where you need even after the game he had a sleeve, and he was in crutches, and I guess those injuries either get really bad, when you get them. It just really depends on when it happens and how it happens at times. So Mailata is going to miss about 4 weeks. Okay, so he'll come back primarily when the schedule starts to get a little tougher. Not to say that every game's tough at this point, but you know what I mean when you face the upper, more, better teams, down the line of your schedule. Now, Mailata being out, now Fred Johnson coming right in to take his place going forward. And to be honest with you, I don't think this is going to last too long. I think Fred Johnson is a liability. I just, like I said, I don't think he's a bad player. I'm not crapping on the guy. All I'm saying is I just don't think he's going to hold up for that long until they make a change there. I think they're just giving him a shot. This is the perfect opportunity for him, and this is a crucial moment here because this is the blind side of Jalen Hurts. We know it only takes one play. The Eagles can be playing really good this Sunday or any game, and Fred Johnson messes up on one block in one moment. A turnover happens. We know Jalen Hurts and his pocket awareness. Sometimes he just can't really sense the pressure too much at times. We've seen it a lot of times this year. And you're hoping that, your quarterback has to hold up, your quarterback has to stay healthy, and Jalen Hurts needs time to throw the football. We know this offense has some issues right now, and it has to get better, and the weak link of the chain, which is Fred Johnson, hopefully you're hoping that he can hold up. But I don't think it's going to happen, sooner than expected. Maybe he can last a couple of games, but I just think more teams are going to know that Mailata's not playing, and they're really going to hone in on trying to get pressure to that side. Now, obviously, going to this Giants game, Kayvon Thibodeau is out. Your main guy in the defensive line you really have to worry about, is Kayvon Thibodeau really hasn't had the best year. Dexter Lawrence is the big man in the middle, and he's the one that's going to get a lot of attention. So you could be commanding some double teams between, really depending on where he's really lined up. But, Fred Johnson really has to hold up there because it probably will be an amount of time until Mekhi Becton takes that left tackle spot. Going forward, Tyler Steen will come into that right guard spot most likely if they have to make a change. Not because Fred Johnson, if he gets benched, he's going to be a bad player, but, just needs more work, But it's good that we don't really have, not saying we don't have that many left tackles, but, getting a Mailata replacement. I know Becton pretty much from the start of training camp to the end of it, he's pretty much been the backup at every position besides maybe left guard and backup center, really, the backup at center. I mean, with the Jets, he's played left tackle and he's played right tackle. But the Eagles threw him in at guard, seems to be playing really well. And, people do question Mekhi Becton on some of his pass protections and stuff like that. And, he hasn't really played on the left side in a bit, even if it was last year, whatever. I think the Jets try to make him from a left tackle to a right tackle, and but it seems like the coaching has been better for him going forward. So, not saying that this is going to be a big fail, but if it was the right side, and obviously you take a hit when Lane Johnson's missing games. We all know this, but at the same time, Jalen Hurts could see from that side if he's getting pressured a lot easier because he's facing that direction, and obviously he's right-handed, so you're facing that direction anyway. When Fred Johnson's in there, that blind side, like I said, all it's going to take is one bad block by Fred Johnson for a big turnover to happen and usually doesn't happen when nothing's going on. It's going to happen at the most crucial moment where the Eagles need some type of, the offense needs to produce, get a score on a drive, and they're almost there downfield on the other side, whether in red zone, and, Jalen Hurts drops back and Fred Johnson just whiffs on a block, and that's all it's going to take. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going to do a good job with the offense. He's going to do a good job at left tackle, but like I said, don't think it's going to last. You'd rather lose Mulata now than later. Like I said, that's why it's, you hate injuries, but it's nice to have these injuries early with certain guys. Because when the schedule gets a little tougher, so the Eagles might have to play one, I guess. I wouldn't really say one, but every game, there's nothing easy about any game, but teams that are very beatable right now, and hopefully our offense is trying to really work towards getting this offense back on track where certain play calling situations make sense. Catering to Jalen Hurts and what I can't even, I don't know even know how to, I know how to explain it, but I explain it almost every week. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Catering to Jalen Hurts and his strengths, unfortunately, because I don't think Jalen Hurts could do everything on the field that the coaches want him to do. And I think there's way too many talking, so I just think there's too many cooks in the kitchen at this point, and we need to hone in on one thing. You know what I mean? So I think there's good positives coming, going to this game on Sunday. But like I said, Kayvon Thibodeau is out. So Brian Burns hasn't really had the most crazy year this year as a getting paid as an edge rusher and getting that big contract with the Giants. And I don't think he's had the most successful year. Not saying quiet, but not saying it's been anything amazing either. So probably could be moving him around a little bit, moving other guys around a little bit, and getting more pressure to that side because everyone knows that this is going to be the weak spot. And obviously down the road, I don't think it's going to last. I think Mekhi Becton will take that spot, and we'll just see what happens at that time. The offensive line is so important, guys, because not only, not like we run to the outside with Saquon Barkley anyway for the run game, and we don't really throw screen passes to fucking running backs at all, period. We don't. I don't know why we don't do it. I don't know why the Eagles don't take advantage of a screen game once in a while, because teams right now are really not expecting it, and I would expect that, maybe they would involve that a little bit, you know what I mean? But because if you have a weak link in the chain right now, and Jalen Hurts doesn't have enough time, and then you finally get wide receivers open, and maybe there's some slants, maybe there's some mesh concepts, maybe Kellen Moore gets more involved, and Hurts can't get the ball out in time because your left tackle is struggling. I'm hoping that they really bench him as fast as possible, because I don't trust this. This offense needs to scratch and claw through nails and syringes just to get first downs. That's the pain that we have to go through, literally. Just to get over, just to get a first down of the game and get some field position and do some good things there. So, like I said, I'm good with it for now. I feel good with Fred Johnson. Like I said, not going to last too long. I don't. And if he holds up, that's great. That's fantastic. I don't know what his contract looks like. I thought he signed an extra year deal. I thought he signed it early, like in the offseason program. He signed like a year extension or something like that. And I know Jeff Stoutland has been working with Fred Johnson as like somewhat of a project, and he has gotten better, guys. Like he'll give up a few pressures. I think he gave up a couple. I don't know if he gave a couple sacks last week. I know he gave up a couple crucial pressures last week. So we'll see what happens with this situation. So, like I said, not too bad, but you always have that decision to switch, to bench Fred if you really have to. Because the Eagles do have, Tyler Steen I think will come in and do pretty good, and he's got to stay healthy this year because he's already been hurt a couple times already, and it just seems like he just can't stay healthy. So we'll see the whole situation with that. Why this is important to the offense, because I don't care what you look like at wide receiver, what you look like at tight end, and how good your quarterback's playing. You're not going to get any plays off if there's an issue with this position going forward, and we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think Fred Johnson is going to last, or do you think Mekhi Becton will assume to take that role in time because Fred is not going to hold up in specific games? Like I said, mini video today. You guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. Make sure you like this video. It does help the channel tremendously. We will be streaming the Eagles Giants on Sunday. Live play-by-play. Come join me, and we'll hopefully have some fun. Hopefully some domination. Hopefully we look like a normal football team. But other than that, you guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you check out BetUS as well. Start betting. Do your thing. Make some money. Promotional code YouTube150 and get 150% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Go do your thing. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes what up. Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.